All right, Cole. LA to Santa Barbara. Can you tell me a bit about what inspired you? What kind of led to such a wild adventure?
100-mile ride along the PCH with your boys? Who wouldn't jump at that opportunity?
I survived the dinner and the air went thinner. I retired to the briars by the pool, it gets so loud. If I die this instant, taken from the distance, they will probably list it down among other things round town. Got my rings around me, I got a baby to pound me. I see stars and go weak, my baby cries and lays me down. In the skies over black Venice, I see eyes of a white menace. The surprise of the week is that I never heard the sound.
Cole was kind of the mastermind behind it all. He spent his whole summer chefing up bikes, and his sister Bryn needed one, and he thought, what better way to kind of get her a bike than riding it, building it up, and then riding it up there myself.
My sister, she just got into UCSB, and she needed a bike over there, of course. One day I came across a turquoise rockhopper from that golden age of bicycles, and turquoise being her color, I just decided that this was the one.
So here's the goal. Ride from our house in Los Angeles up to UC Santa Barbara to deliver a trusty bicycle to Cole's sister. It's a 120-mile trek following the California coastline. But as with any big bike ride, the more the merrier.
I'm just kind of your average guy, really, at the end of the day. I love bikes, but I wouldn't say that they really define me. So when I heard about this, I said I was in, but I had no way of getting there. So I told these guys, you know, if you can get me a ride, I will get myself to Santa Barbara.
I wouldn't put it past you that I don't have a lot of bike experience. Longest ride was probably 10 miles before that, and also the fact that it was so spontaneous. There wasn't a lot of training involved. I'm a big person on training. I'm actually going to do a marathon next year, and my big thing is preparation, but this was just, hey, let's do this thing. We're going to do it in like a week or two, and I was just all in.
So as you might be able to tell, your boy loves maps. I love topographical maps. I love directional maps. I love maps about nonsense. At the end of the day, I just love a map. What's really interesting about this trip that was sort of cooked up is that in a sea of mountainous terrain in California, we really were sort of blessed with a route that had a lot of flat portions. So the elevation gain from LA to Santa Barbara, taking the PCH all the way up, is really relatively small. I think we did just over 1,000 feet of elevation over like 120 miles, so really impressive there.
At like 2 in the morning, the night leading up to the trip, I just had a completely unassembled frame set, and it was looking pretty bleak. I didn't know if I was going to finish in time.
I think it was really hitting me the night before. I was definitely thinking a lot about the logistics.
Aiden Diego hadn't put more than like 15 miles on a bike at one time, and we're riding like, compared to our bikes, like kind of shitty bikes, you know?
I was worried that people weren't prepared enough. Cole walked out in the morning, and he was rocking a button-down, his bibs, his phone, his wallet, and then a big gulp from the night before. And like, that was it.
I was feeling a great sense of reassurance from the fact that I had 4 other guys who wanted to go on this ride with me.
Santa Barbara, here we come.
the route really takes you through so many different terrains. You got the city, going through Venice Beach right at the start, which is just sort of a really iconic way to start it off on the bike path. Going just sort of looking over the Santa Monica Mountains. You got sort of this like urban hybrid of Malibu where you're on like a 6-lane highway, PCH, but still with just these beautiful vistas.
The mountain tour was what got me up there, and just old classic in the 70s, I believe.
And then once you're around the corner, you're passing some wetlands, past Point Mugu, which is just truly incredible. And then getting sort of out of the state park system there, you're greeted with the beautiful factories and the field of boxes.
LA.
I'm in LA, like West LA area. Yeah.
It's been about 50 miles.
Flat number 2 in Walmart.
Bro, me when aura clipping requires me getting up. The aura clips must go on though. Ugh. Let's see how the boys are doing. There he is, changing his canyon. Cole. Well, let's actually rate who's looking the best. Diego's just fucking vibing. Like, I mean, he's just vibing. Cole, he's looked better, he's looked worse. He's doing his like little quiet going through him moment. Aiden, that stance doesn't look great. I'm gonna power rank Diego, Booker, Aiden, Cole. Me? I guess I would have to say I'm at the top of that ranking. Oops, sorry, not sorry. Hey Booker, what's wrong?
I hit a staple. A freaking staple. I look down and my tire's like getting pretty flat, and I kind of bounce on it and I'm like, oh, that's a flat tire. We're all hungry, no one really wants to be on the side of the road. In that moment, I could feel like kind of the anger and frustration creep in. Booker, why didn't you prepare more? Booker, why didn't you go earlier and put, slime and sealant in your tubes or go tubeless or whatever? I was just like kind of pissed at myself.
It was terrifying. It was terrifying. Again, I knew that you guys love bikes and know how to fix those problems, but I've never been in that situation, so something like that being thrown at me while I'm already grinding and going through it was a little rough.
I'm not gonna lie, Booker's tire was the worst of the three. At that point, it was like, we're still in between Oxnard and Ventura, just super hungry at that point. That one was sort of a blow.
We didn't get it fully finished, and so I looked up bike shops around the area. Rode like 2 more miles into Ventura, went to the shop. They got it kind of all sorted out.
Last 20, we lost the gears. The gear shift went down. There was a moment where we were on the side of, I think it was Highway 1, and it was dark times. We're climbing up the side of the freeway. These are cars like whizzing past on our left. And I'm standing up and just like pedaling for my life.
Yeah, I mean, PCH is what's that sign we passed? It's like 61 killed in the last, I don't know how many years it's been, but it's like one of those things you don't point out to your parents when you're going past in the future, you know? And yeah, as soon as we were bound for Carpinteria, it was like this feeling of like, it was such a rejuvenation of the trip.
I know at one point I just really felt powerful and strong, and I was just pumping my legs, and I just felt so good, and I had all the boys around me.
The power in numbers, and if one of us fell back, the rest of the people would slow down, cheer him on.
You see such a different perspective when you're on the bike.
The chain came off, it was all for one, one for all.
The weather was perfect. The route was beautiful. The views were incredible.
When we were out there biking, it wasn't just all of us in a group, we were one collective entity.
Never doubting anything, never doubt in my ability or, of course, your guys' abilities.
And it was really all about these random interactions we had along the way as well.
It really hit me of just how incredible the day was. That was for sure the most fun I've had on a bike.
You're capable of much bigger things than you give yourself credit for.
Surround yourself with great people. If you asked me 2 years ago if I would have gone the Century ride doing training, no way. No way, Jose.
I mean, there are always going to be reservations, there are always going to be things holding you back. Just get out there and do it.
Just enjoy the adventure. Enjoy the journey.
At the end, as we were rolling to Santa Barbara, we saw UCSB there in the distance. Our spirits were soaring. It was really special.
Cole, this was actually a special bike delivery for his sister Brooke.
I think if I'd gone solo, maybe a lot more planning and stressful preparation should have gone into it. I wouldn't even say the fact that we made it to Santa Barbara was our biggest achievement, but just being able to all commit to this Saturday we were going to spend on the road together, despite all of us being super involved and busy with our own lives. That was a big achievement to me, and so leaving in the morning, I had already won.